You just hit bullseye right now, sorry. Yeah? So you've got trained skills here, but an untrained brain.
Different. I'm confident when it comes to football. And it just, every time I come, it's a boost in my confidence.
We are here today, yes, to enjoy the game because everybody wants to participate in this beautiful game.
I feel like I've come out of the dark place that I was in back out into some light.
Thank you. So, that course was held at the Millwall Cafe, Millwall Football Club in London. We use football stadiums as a hook to engage with people. Might go into a job centre and might go up to somebody and we might say, do you like football? Or I notice you wearing a football shirt, do you support Arsenal? And we get talking, so we use a common language. If you went up to them and said, do you want to do some CV writing and interview skills? I'm not sure what they would have said. But we also use other clubs as hooks and draws. Does anybody recognise this badge? Tottenham, 10 points, that's good. White Hart Lane. What about that one? Arsenal. What about that one? Queen's Park Rangers, Loftus Road. So we run courses at all these different places, including Fulham as well. Really nice stadium on the Thames, with a terrace overlooking the Thames. So we're on our goal-setting days from the terrace. It's awesome. What club is that? Any supporters? Chelsea. Good knowledge. West Ham. David Beckham Academy, as you saw. They've also got brilliant classroom facilities. And that one, the Oval Cricket Ground, biggest sport in England. And that one, anyone? Tooting and Mitcham, semi-professional club playing from Imperial Stadium. Okay, but as you can see from the pictures, our programs are quite male-dominated, as you saw from the films as well. If you go up to somebody in the job centre and ask them, do you like football? You have a higher chance of getting a yes answer if you go up to a guy than if you go up to a girl. And because of this, until recently our sports programme had 7% female participation. We had a few women's football sessions, but mostly male sessions, and it currently stands on 30%. And that is because running in default mode, Street League can get a high proportion of male participants. We reflect a society, we're according to research by the Women's Sports and Fitness Foundation in England, 2% of English national newspapers' sports coverage and 1% of the pictures on the sports pages are devoted to female athletes, which again leads to a lack of role models and a reproduction of stereotypes around women and sport. And Street League and we are clearly in the business of challenging unjust parts of society, from challenging stereotypes around homeless people or offenders to challenging gender norms and stereotypes around gender. So symbolically overshadowing our women's football sessions are the male-dominated sports pages of the national newspapers, as here, for example, every day in the Sun newspaper, as you can see, opinions every day for only 20p. You can hear Ian Wright, Terry Venables and Harry Redknapp share their big opinions on Champions League football. Our male players look up to the famous managers, and our female players have less visible role models. So I believe role models are very important. Another earlier study into media and sports found that almost 6% of English national newspaper coverage was for female athletes. Pretty good. However, 2/3 of that 6% coverage again was devoted to one particular female athlete. Has anybody got any idea who? Paula Radcliffe, good. Yeah. Shall I click? Anna Kournikova. Which means we are pretty much down to 2% again, in some ways. Our job is therefore to identify barriers to participation and try to overcome them. So what have we done as Street League to overcome some of them? We have found our own role models and had Speech to Bell come down to one of our women-only match days. Speech to Bell had just won a prestigious award for her album, so a rap album called Speech Therapy. And Speech to Bell has lived in several different homeless hostels. in London. And she's therefore somebody our players and participants can relate to and look up to and want to be around. And this media attention was in a London newspaper. And it just increases visibility of women in sport in the local area and makes the players proud to be a part of Street League as well. I don't think we've dented the 2% with this page. And it was probably also in the society section, which is fine. Anyway, I believe that using role models is crucial in order to target any group. And role models work on many levels and do not have to be stars. So Street League has also earmarked a coaching position for a full-time female coach in order to ensure there are role models doing direct delivery on the ground, which again will aid recruitment of female participants to our programmes. In order to target women, we've also set up new activities outside of football. Going around to homeless hospitals and speaking at residents' meetings. A few women had been asking me about self-defence classes when I was advertising fitness and aerobics and I was advertising football, and they were like, what about self-defence classes? And as a result of this, Street League set up a self-defence workshop on the education programme using experienced trainers from the London Centre for Personal Safety. And to this event, back in March, we had 37 women turning up. And the event was very powerful. When the instructor asked, why are you here? What are your fears? The group was not short of answers, and the event showed there is real need for an offer like self-defence to low-income women in London. And this picture is from that self-defence training recruited directly from our Street League sports sessions, as well as from other organisations. And these two participants were recruited from a Street League session in the Greenwich Islamic Centre, a mosque in East London. And feedback from the participants was that they felt empowered. Targeting new participants is still very challenging. What I have learned is that lowering the barriers and creating new opportunities can be a step-by-step process. Actually, this course, I just wanted to say that this course was a result of getting new activities into Street League. So this course is starting on Monday, which I'm going to run, and it includes self-defence, dance, some drama, filmmaking and circus skills. And it's designed to motivate people and prepare them for getting into work. And here we also offer childcare support in order to lower practical barriers. And I see this as evidence of integration of difference into Street League's programmes. And like I said, targeting participants is still very challenging, it's still work in progress. What I want to do is to keep lowering the barriers, but at the same time challenge societal notions of what men and women have to do or certain groups have to do. We live in a society where 98% of newspaper sports coverage is about male role models, so I feel we have to go with the grain and attract participants on the largest scale possible at first, and then challenge societal notions at the same time. This means getting people out of their comfort zones and to try new things. Step one when targeting a group is therefore to lower the barriers and make activities easy to access to begin with. For example, in the homeless hostel, like a homeless hostel in London is called Endell Street, and make them appropriately feminine, for example, aerobics. Step two could be to try and get people out of their comfort zones as well. Step by step, for example, out of hostel, and perhaps also trying to be part of a team and feel the benefits of teamwork, communication, friendships, etc. And perhaps trying something new and untraditional could be meaning trying something new and untraditional progression-wise as well, so that you're breaking the mould. Perhaps you're the first female in your family to play football. Perhaps you're the first person in your family to go to university. It becomes easier to break the mould when you do it once and twice. And this picture shows our two brilliant female referees. They used to be participants and now they've progressed, but they're still helping us out and they're great role models as referees on one of our women's only match days. And this kind of reward, seeing people throughout the programmes and progressing, is what makes my job great. So in summary, keys to targeting low-income groups are prestigious venues, creating a new and exciting opportunity for them. Furthermore, free activities and travel expenses, free lunch, childcare support, role models from client background, and people who participants can relate to. Rewards and incentives are also crucial, and offering a variety of venues from mosques via homeless hostels to football stadiums will ensure diversity and a broad appeal. Thank you for your time.